Can we just go back to mini-pupillage, which I think Victoria mentioned? Yes. Do we think those are a valuable mechanism for people, and how should they go about getting them?
Well, I think it's a good way to decide where you might want to practice and what areas you might want to practice in, because so many people suddenly go, right, that's it, I want to go to the London bar, having never experienced a London bar before, and realise that it's very different from bar and circuit. And it's a good way, and when I was picking mini-pupillages, I wasn't completely decided. London was very different for me, coming from a small village in East Durham. It was a very big, scary place, and the biggest city I'd been to was Newcastle at that point. And so it was a chance for me to experience London and realise that it isn't just the scary touristy place that you go on holiday. And then also the other cities, Manchester, Birmingham, and the smaller cities, Leeds, Sheffield, and you realise that there's a lot more to the bar on circuit that you might not have known about. And then varying practice areas as well, because a degree doesn't show you what a subject is like in practice. Taking, for example, what I do at the minute is majority property. It's nothing like land law at university in practice, and you realise that very soon after starting. So minis are a great way to find out whether you actually like the area that you think you do like.
Yeah, I agree. I think mini-pupillages serve two functions, and you need to be very clear what it is you're actually doing. It can either be about you finding out and understanding more and working out exactly what and where you want to go, or it can be about part of a process, because some chambers use it as part of their selection process.
I think more and more do, don't they?
Yeah, increasingly. But I think in terms of the area of practice, Cam, you're right. I mean, I was someone who hated property law at university and thought I was going to be a criminal barrister, and it wasn't for me until I was well into pupillage before I realised actually property was the thing I loved, because in practice it's so different. And now I enjoy the law itself, which I hadn't at university. Well, but everything else about it, being able to put on my welly boots and tramp around the thing we're arguing about. As one silly but lovely thing.
Very true.
But it's also about different areas of practice, bring you into contact with different types of people, both practitioners and clients, witnesses who you're likely to be dealing with, and the subject matter, whether the subject matter is something that you will be willing to get up in the early hours to argue about 10, 15, 20 years down the line.
Willingness to work hard, I think, is one of the key qualities that we haven't mentioned it. And I think it's true. Everybody around this table will no doubt know it. You work at weekends, you work in the evening, you don't have set hours. There's a sort of freedom that goes with that as well. The flip side, which is sometimes quite nice, being self-employed. But the ability to work and not to say, oh, well, it's Sunday, so I'm not going to work. I mean, no barrister will ever be heard saying it's Sunday, so I'm not going to work. You have to be willing to work at all times and in all conditions, on trains, in hotel rooms, just put in the hours.